Okay. Good morning, Rabbi Sai. Good morning. Today, busy day. We have 5 sponsors. First, today is 32 days in Noimayim. Shnai mushloishim yoim shem arba shvois v'arba yomim ba'omer. Loimer. Tonight is like ba'omer. Somebody wrote to me, I didn't print out his email, he can't wait for Eli Stefansky to come back. I got too old. Ganze Maisa. Today's shir is sponsored Bezer Hashem tomorrow. I don't know if before shir, after shir, it's going to happen. There's also a really old version of me coming out soon. Sponsored by Menachem Ash in honor of his wife's birthday today. Happy birthday, Menachem Ash's wife. Oh, you see, it's catching on, the birthday thing. So, special place for the birthday is right over here, if I can reach it. Yeah. All right. All these guys. L'zeicha nishmas Peramalko Bas Yeshaya, whose yahrzeit is today. You notice somebody's mute is off. I don't know why. Is that me? I hear some feedback. It looks like everybody's muted besides one person. Oh, better. Not good.
Everybody's muted besides me. I don't understand what's going on.
So you're going to have to leave. You're going to have to come visit me, Gary. I don't know if you notice, every single day we say L'zeicha Nishmas, the person, it doesn't matter if it's a woman, Peramalka Bas Yeshaya, the father. When it comes to Refuah, we say Bas, the mother. Why is that? Today we're going to learn a little bit about it. Rabbi Yisrael ben Rabbi Doiv Farkovich, on his 26th yahrzeit. I still hear feedback, Gary. 26th yahrzeit. So yesterday we read an email from Dov Farkovich. Maybe we'll go over a little bit, not the whole thing. For the complete refuah shleima of Yitzchak Nachum ben Ita from Norman Rosenfield. Complete refuah shleima. And this is yesterday's, it's today's, but we did it yesterday, got a double yahrzeit. Our mother, grandmother, and great-grandmother, Slava Bas Rabbi Yechiel, the Sherman family from Kew Gardens Hills. Is it Kew Gardens Hills or Kew Garden Hills? I don't know, he wrote it with the S over here. Fine.
It's officially Kew Gardens Hills.
It is? He knew what he was doing. I read what they tell me to read. I don't have any... Good to Morgan. Let's see a couple of emails. What time is it? Oh, we don't have time for a whole bunch. By the way, we have very good news. We once davened for Robert Links's Schwer, who was in the hospital for many, many weeks on a respirator. So Baruch Hashem, he's off the respirator. It's a big nace. And this is from yesterday's email, but I just want to read it again. I would like to dedicate the shir on the day of my father to my father's memory, Yisrael ben Reb Doiv, Yitzchak Baruch. I just wanted to verbalize my akaras hatoiv to you and the Chabura for having a positive influence on my life. Sincerely, Avram Meir Farkowitz, Far Rockaway, New York. He wrote it like that. Nooyawk, New York, the Haim. Dear Yosef, and this is from another sponsor today. Please also thank Rabbi Stefansky for his wonderful Daf Yomi classes and 8-minute daf. I'm having to study alone for most of the daf now, and Rabbi Stefansky's explanations are incredibly helpful. We also love the article about him in Mishpacha magazine. Robert Siegel, Kol Tov, Robert Siegel, Mishpacha magazine, Ayin Sham, January 1st around. I love this email. This is Geshmak. Name, Moshe Apter. Dear Reb Eli, I would like to express my gratitude to you for your amazing shiurim. Rebbe, you're a special man, a true tzaddik. I love your sense of humor. It adds so much to your shiurim. I really enjoy telling my family all the interesting stories and jokes I hear from you. I wake every day at midnight to be able to take part of your live shir. When you find out who this person is, you'll see what a chush of a thing this is. He wakes up every day at midnight, goes to sleep, and then wakes up to listen to the shir. Your enthusiasm gives me chizuk to continue. How old is this person writing here? It's written like a 45-year-old. Your enthusiasm gives me chizuk to continue. I was really inspired by this story of Noam Fix, how he learned the daf after 48 hours of not sleeping. I started Masechtas Shabbos with your full shir and 8-minute daf, and caught up with Masechtas Brachas with your full shir and 8-minute daf. This guy is mamish, he's a machine. Baruch Hashem, this Shabbos I was zoicha to be Messiah Masechtas Brachas thanks to you. Sincerely, your Talmud Moshe after Montreal, 13 years old. 13-year-old kid. Unbelievable. He was Messiah Masechtas Brachas, and he gets up. This is amazing. The first time I read it, I think I kind of skipped over this. He gets up every single night at 12 o'clock. I mean, not to go to sleep and stay up, that's okay. But to go to sleep and wake up a few hours later for a shir, I don't remember such a thing. Ba'amet. This is an amazing, amazing thing. I think Noam Fix would be very proud of you, Moshe Apter. Is Moshe Apter that kid with the curly payas? It is. Eli Stefansky saying it is. Okay, so I know Moshe Apter. He's from Montreal. Beautiful. I didn't have what a chashav kid he is. I'd like to know where I can get your tchelas. I can get tchelas. Where can I get your charts? So charts are on the app. Tchelas, we don't sell tchelas, unfortunately. All right, let's go.
Tomer says he's online.
He's online right now. Moshe Apter, unbelievable. Kol hakavod. Ich kann reden mit dem in Yiddish, ja? Was hat sich... Letztes Mal habe ich geredet mit dem in Yiddish, ja? Zaygit. You're doing amazing. He's a Hasidic kid from Montreal. He should be our representative from Montreal. Fine, we got to go. We got to start shir. Today is Daf Samach Vov. We're starting by a Mishnah, beautiful mamish where we need to be today. Let's hope it continues like this. Brand new Mishnah, brand new Masechta. Hakiteya yoytze b'kav shaloi. Unfortunately, there's a person who's an amputee, and he has his Seth Hellman. Everybody, if you look, Seth Hellman, I read his email. He's in the attic in New Hampshire somewhere with a fan. You can tell that it's in America because only in America you have those kind of attics. Hakiteya yoytze b'kav shaloi. So a person who's an amputee could go out with his prosthetic leg. Why? Because that's his shoe. Divrei Rebbe Meir. You could go out with the shoe. Now, we have to understand that what is this thing exactly? What does it accomplish? So unlike today, I see people, I don't know how it works today, but I'm sure they have this as well. Some of them are for aesthetic purposes only, and that's what we're discussing here. It's not helping him to walk at all. It's just that people shouldn't think he's missing a leg. Okay? It just very so happens to be that yesterday somebody sent me a beautiful video that they've done for this Lubavitcher kid. I don't know what happened. I don't know his story, but it seemed like he didn't have his legs, and it looked like he was burnt. He was a burn victim, and they made him a beautiful bar mitzvah, Morchem and David, and private jets and helicopters and singing and Avram Fried. It was crazy stuff. But Kiteya. So he could go out. Divrei Meir. So we have to remember, what does Rameir say? Mutter, mutter, mutter. This is going to be discussion in the Gemara. Does Rameir say asur or does Rameir say mutter? Comes out l'maskana like we read it now. Rameir says this is considered his shoe. Okay. Rabbi Yosi, Oyser. And Rabbi Yosi says, no, you're not allowed to go out with the shoe. Why? Because it's not a shoe. A shoe is made out of leather, not out of wood. This is made out of wood. Now, a very interesting Taisus over here on the bottom of Daf Samachem Beis. What about a crutch? If somebody has a crutch, this is the only way he can walk. These are his legs. Says Taisves, it's different because we're not discussing a leg. This is not for walking purposes. This is for aesthetic purposes. And it's not a shoe. Says Uriah Zisasser. But Taisus says that a crutch, that's how he walks. It's mutter. You're allowed to walk out. If that's how a person walks, there's only ways with a crutch. A crutch is okay. And if it has, now, when it comes to wood, there's a concept called pshutei kli'etz. A simple piece of wood, a straight piece of wood is not mekabel tumah. If it has an indentation to accept something, a base kibble that is designed and was designed to carry something, then it's Mikabel Tuma. Now this prosthetic leg is not designed to carry anything. It's designed that the stump fits in, but it's not to carry. So therefore it's not Mikabel Tuma. But im yeshli beis kibul kesisin tame. Again from Yoni. So if it has right over here a place to hold the cushion, so it is to hold the cushion, and memela it's Mikabel Tuma, because now it's a kli that's designed to hold something called kesisin, the soft material that he puts in there. Then it's Tameh. Smachai shalai.
What's the difference whether it's designed to hold?
Because that's the only you can't.
If it holds a stump, then it's a base kibble to be able to hold something. I could put a stump in, or I could put ice in and make it an ice holder. What's the difference?
No, because it's not holding a stump. It's not holding a stump. The stump is attached to his body. It's not holding up a stump. It's attaching to his body through a stump. Over here, you're holding something. If I take this cup and I fill it up with water, then the cup is holding water. If I take this cup and put it on the bottom of my leg, it's not holding my leg. It's on my leg. It's not holding my leg. My leg is there. It's dangling without this cup, without this. The opposite. My leg is holding it. I hear. Think about it. So Mela. Okay. Smoicha shaloi tmein medras. So it goes like this. Beautiful picture from Yoni. You see this guy? He has to crawl basically. So these guys on the bottom, they're not shoes. Now, there's a Mishnah in B'chayers that tells us you cannot go into the Beis HaMikdash with shoes. This is not a shoe. This goes on his leg, whatever remains of his leg, and it's designed to protect the skin on his knee and everything. So, Smoicha Shaloi Tmein Medras. What's Tumas Medras? Tumas Medras is when you have a Zav, a Zava, a Nida, these kind of Tmeim, when they sit on something that's designed to sit on, like a couch, and we had the other week, we had the pail. He flipped over a pail and he wanted to sit on it. We said that does not become Tamei Tumas Medras because we tell him, what are you doing on a pail? I need to do sponge, I need to mop my floor, get off the pail. So it has to be designed to carry weight. It has to be designed to carry weight, like a chair. So therefore, that kind of thing is Mikabel Tumas Medras. So when the Zav sits on it, stands on it, puts his weight on it, Medras, becomes Tamei Tumas Medras. It's not touching it, it's being on top of it. Even if there's layers in between them, Tamei Tumas Medras. Ve'ein yotzim bahem b'Shabbos. So, I'm sorry, the yotzim bahem b'Shabbos. You can go out with it on Shabbos, it's strapped tightly. You see, he shows two straps. It's not falling off, it's not going anywhere. V'nechnasim behem ba'azara. Now, it's not at the end of his foot, it's on his knee, on his shin. Not a problem to go into the azar with it. It doesn't constitute a shoe. Kisei v'smoicha shaloi tmei medras. What's that? So over here we have to pay attention a little bit. The old-fashioned wheelchair. So he has a chair. I don't know if you could see over here. This gray thing is the chair. He sits on it. On the back he has a wooden peg. But look what he has in the front. This is the important part. I put it in red because it's hard to differentiate. These are the stubs of his, whatever is remaining from his feet. These red guys. These are caps that go and cover his feet. So what are these? These are shoes, basically. These two guys are shoes. These two red things are shoes. Yeah? Understood? That's very important. Because they are in a place and they're designed like a shoe, they go over his stump, so memela they have a halach of a shoe. And if they have a halacha of a shoe, you cannot walk into the Beis Hamikdash with it. Kisei usmoicha shaloi, referring to those red things that are on his leg. Tmeim medris. They are tamei tumas medris. Ben yoitzim ben b'Shabbos. You cannot go out with them on Shabbos. Why? Because they could fall off. There's just a small thing that could fall off. And therefore you can't go into Beis Hamikdash with them. Who's knocking on the door? Is that Gary? Who's that? Hold on a second.
No, what's going on?
Something's going on.
All right, Gary. All right. I'm back. Dr. Eli Mishnah. Okay. Look, Mitun. Was ist look Mitun? Hold on a second. This is not working that well. Abuz the Yamke. Zog the Mishnah. Look, Timin. This is a mask that scares people. I want to start off the shir with it, but it's pasnish. Listen, we're mature people over here. We don't do these kind of things. Wow, that's terrible. I bought this mask off a set, and look what I did to it. Hashem Yerachem. It's a chashav mask. It was chashav until it just ripped here. Look at that. Anyways. This is good stuff, Rabbi Side. This is the best of the best.
It was a good one.
It was a
great one.
We're gonna have to let other people use it now. Go back to Hollywood. Look, Timan. I had a Rebbe in Darchi Torah in Farakwe. But this is pre-1A. We're not in pre-1A. Every single day, he would come in with a new mask. Every single day. Rabbi Pilchik, I think his name was. You ever heard of him? Eli Deichman. I got to put this on. So Nachmal, Rabbi Pilchik, I think he's also stolen every day with a new mask. So listen, it's not Purim, but it's Erev Lag Boimer. It has a certain chashivas. Okay. Look them in, says Rashi, these are masks that are designed to scare people. Two other pshatim we'll see today in the Gemara, what they are. Says the Mishnah, Tahirim ve'ein yoitzim behem. The tar, it's not a kli, it's not a tachshit, ve'ein yoitzim behem. So you don't go out with it on Shabbos. Omelei Rav Rav Nachman, zog the Gemara, heichi tnan. Now this is the style of Gemara. Seth, you see what's going on here? If you never learned Gemara before, you're new to the Gemara, show me one book in the world that talks like this. Heichi tnan. How does it say it? Say what? What are you talking about? So you look in Rashi maybe, you figure it out. But basically, or if you don't understand Pshad, you can go on a couple of lines. You see from the answer, but you have to go literally, you have to go 5 lines to understand what's going on here. But basically, the Gemara wants to know, is it Rabbi Meir that said that this prosthetic leg is mutter and Rabbi Yossi said it's asur, or it's vice versa? So it says it in 2 words. Hey chitnan. How did you read it? Omar lei lo yadana. So he tells him, I don't know. Rav Nachman is Rav's Rebbe, right? I don't know. He tells Rav, I don't know. But okay, so you don't know who said what, but just tell me what the halacha is. Can an amputee go out with this? Omar lei lo yadana. I don't know. Itmar Shmuel. So Shmuel says, Eina kiteya. Also, very cryptic. Well, Eina kiteya. No amputee. What do you mean no amputee? In other words, it's Rabbi Meir that said no. Not like we have in our Mishnah. We have in our Mishnah, Rabbi Meir says it's mutter, Rabbi Yossi says it's asur. He reads it, Omer Shmuel, Eina kiteya. It's Rabbi Meir. You have to stick in the word Rabbi Meir. You have to understand by yourself what's going on here. V'chein Omer Rav Huna, Eina kiteya. Fine. I'm okay? Where's my makeup guy? Say that. Yeah, it looks okay. Omer Rav Yosef, Hoyel v'Omer Shmuel eina kiteya, v'Omer Rav Huna eina kiteya. So we have 2 people. We have Rav Huna, and we have Shmuel that both say the opposite of our Mishnah. We have to flip the Tanoim around. It's Reb Meir says that you cannot go out with a prosthetic leg. Why? Because it's not considered a shoe. Reb Yossi says it is considered a shoe. So therefore, Omer Rav Yosef, Hayav Omer Shmuel Ena Kiteh, Omer Ravuna Ena Kiteh, Ananami Nisne Ena Kiteh. So we are also going to read the Mishnah like them. Maskiv lo Rava Bar Shiro lo Shemilu ha. The Maskiv, you didn't hear what you missed the you forgot that you didn't. Nobody told you about this. The Maskiv Rav Chanan Bar Rava, Lechir Bar Rav told Chir Bar Rav, Kamei de Rav in front of Rav. Bikitoina, I don't know if it's a lashon of ketana, like a camp, like a small place. It means a small room, or maybe katan, small. Kitoina, the Beirav. In front of Rav, he had a small room over there. In other words, Rav is under the impression that it's Reb Meir that says you cannot go out with the prosthetic. Reb Yossi Matir. And Rabbi Yossi, no, it's not Rav. These people were saying it in front of Rav. Rabbi Yossi's matir. Rav eifuch. And Rav said, I don't know how he showed him. He couldn't talk. He was in the middle of something, and he went like this. No, the opposite, like that. The opposite. It's Rabbi Meir who says asur, that says mutter, and it's Rabbi Yossi that says asur. Like in our Mishnah. Hakiteh yoytz b'kav shaloi divrei Rabbi Meir. It's mutter. Rabbi Yossi yoytz. How do you remember this? Rabbi Yossi that has a samach in his name says asur that has a samach in that word. Samach. Rabbi Yossi says asur, and Rabbi Meir that doesn't have a samach says mutter. By the way, Shmuel, who says that Rabbi Meir says it's asur, he took it back, he retracted it. This nan. Right? A woman who's a yavama, her husband died without having any children, so the halacha is that she becomes the husband's brother's wife, right? A yavama. Now, if they don't want to get married, so they have to do something called chalitza. She has to remove his shoe and spit. But what's a shoe? So we have to understand what a shoe is. Let's say he was wearing somebody else's shoe. A couple sizes too big, too small, not his shoe. Bisandal shalates. It was made out of wood. So that's what we're trying to get to this halacha. This kiteya is walking with a wooden leg, is a wooden shoe, a shoe. Over here it says it's a shoe. Besandal shalaitz, oishel small b'yamin. What if he was wearing the left shoe on the right foot? Chalitza ksheira. It's a good chalitza. That's how she goes out. She's not married to this guy. Vamrinon ma'antana. I keep on saying, I don't know if Aaron Shields is online. Is he online? I don't know. He's usually here. But Aaron Shields' uncle was a yavam. He had to do chalitza. Unfortunately, his uncle's brother was nifter at the age of 21 or something, and he just got married. So that woman felt him. Now, we don't do yibum today, so he had to do chalitza. So it says mefurish. Omar Shmuel. Shmuel says, who holds that this wooden shoe is considered a shoe? You know those shoes, those clogs made out of wood? It's a shoe. It's Reb Meir. And what's his big proof? Our Mishnah. Divri Rebbe Meir. Shmuel himself is quoting Reb Meir, saying that it's mutter to walk out with a wooden leg. In other words, a wooden shoe is a shoe. Rabbi Yossi Oyser. Okay, so that's one of the two people. We had Shmuel and Rav Huna, so Shmuel retracted it. Rav Huna hadarbe. Now you're wondering how can the Mishnah says so simple? Because everybody retracted it. Everybody's of the opinion that Reb Meir holds that a wooden leg is considered a shoe, and it's mutter the sayadim. The guys that plaster. Now plaster is a very what's the word? It's a very hard material. It could burn, right? That's how you remove here. It's very potent. So you want to protect your shoes. You have beautiful shoes. You put on like another shoe over it made out of straw. It's called sandal shel sayadim. Now, is straw considered a shoe? Is that the right material? We're talking about leather versus wood. What's straw? So it says Tamei Medrus. It is considered a shoe, and it becomes Tamei Medrus if a Zov stands on it, walks on it, it becomes Medrus. V'yishach lets his boy, and you can perform chalitza with it. V'yotzim boy b'Shabbos, and you go out with it on Shabbos because it's considered a shoe. Divir Rebbe Kiva, v'loi hoiduloi, and nobody admitted to him. V'atanya hoiduloi, but they did admit to him. Omer Avuna man hoiduloi Rebbe Meir. In other words, it says here in Mefurish, Rav Huna. Again, Rav Huna, who said all along that Rebbe Meir holds that a wooden shoe is not a shoe, he's saying that Rebbe Kiva has Rebbe Meir to be Samichan. Rebbe Meir says it is a shoe. So Rav Huna retracted. Uman loy hoiduloi, and who doesn't admit to Rebbe Kiva? Rebbe Yosi. Rav Huna puts it in line exactly like it says in our Mishnah. Man loy hoiduloi Rebbe Yochanan ben Nuri. Omer Rav Yosi. Man loy hoiduloi Rebbe Yochanan ben Nuri. There's another Tana, Rebbe Yochanan ben Nuri. This nan kaver shel kash. According to the Gra, the girsa here is machzeles shel kash. It's a mat made out of straw. So you sleep on it. And when you sleep on something, what is that called? Medrus. You could either sit on it, sleep on it, it becomes tumas medrus. V'shvei feres shel kanim. Again, his girls here. Kash shvei feres shel kash. In other words, a basket made out of straw. Rebbe Kiva metama, Rebbe Yochanan ben Nuri metar. One of the pshatim, Taisus says over here, very interesting. What was the Eitz Hadas? We go through this all the time. What did other Mauritian eat? So the Americans in America think it's an apple. But that we saw was not any of the I don't think it was any of the shitas. But one of the big shitas in the Gemara was wheat. What is wheat? Wheat is straw. And it's called Eitz Hadas, the tree of das. In other words, I could call a piece of wheat a tree. So straw has a halacha, says Taisvis, of wood. And therefore, it's pshutik liyetz, or not. I made a basket out of it, so it's a kli. And therefore, Rebbe Kiva metama, Rebbe Yochanan ben Nuri mitar. And Rebbe Yochanan says, no, that's not the... Yoel, what do you have behind you? What is going on there? What's behind you, Yoel Bergman? Oy vey, Izmir. That's what I look like without a yarmulke. Hashem yirachim. Omamar. Sandal shesayodim tomei medres. So we just mentioned a second ago that if you're a plaster and you wear, like I'm thinking to myself, like they used to have it a lot. Those rubber boots, those little booties you put over your shoe to protect it from the snow, something like that. So they didn't have the rubber, so they used straw. Galachas, whatever they're called. Yes, right. The stuff your mother used to force you to put on, and then with the plastic bag, whatever. But at the Yemazeh, you have the guys that always come with the galachas, even when it's not raining, and they wear it throughout davening. Those guys. So sandal shasayodim tomei medrus. But if it's made out of straw, it's mekabel tuma. As the Gemara, lavli luchi avdi. It's a plastic something. It's like a plastic bag you put over your shoe for 5 minutes so that the plaster doesn't get on your shoe. But you're not walking with it. It doesn't make sense to walk with it if it's going to be destroyed in 10 minutes. Says Gemara, yes, in fact, they do walk home a little bit. They will walk. They won't bother taking it off. When they get home, they take it off. So it is meant to walk, and therefore it has a halach of a shoe, mikabel tuma. V'im yesh le beis kibul kesisim tomei. So, we're talking about this guy right over here. If the bottom part has the base kibul for the soft material, it's mekabel tuma, Amar Abaye, tomei tumas meis. Meaning it's tomei all tumas, even sherets. We're talking about tumas meis here. Ve'ein tomei medrus. So this is machlekes Abaye and Rava here. Abaye says that something that you don't typically put your weight on, you could put your weight on, and let's call it 40% of the time he puts his weight on it. But it's not designed for weight bearing. It's designed to fool people that they should think he is walking with a real leg. By the way, some of these legs today, $70,000, $200,000, depends on computers, not computers. They're not, even a simple wooden prosthetic leg costs over $10,000, I was told. The Ein Tomei Medrus. Says Abaya, it could be Makabal Tuma, but it's not Medris. Medris is for something that's designed to be weight bearing, like a couch, like a bed, like a shoe, like we just had a shoe, but not a prosthetic leg that's actually jewelry. Hold on a second.
Ellie.
Yes.
We
I'm
got
listening.
a new guest on, a new member, Rabbi Yoel Edelman. He just recently made Aliyah from America. Chashav Rosh Hashiva.
Really? Chashav Rosh Hashiva, wow. I get very nervous from Rosh Hashivas. Wow, okay. Yishkoyach, Rabbi Yoel Edelman. Where do you live, Rabbi Yoel? Where does he live? Do you know?
I think he lives in Beit Shemesh.
Really? But where?
I think in Beit Shemesh.
I'm trying to find him here. I don't see him. Okay. What screen is he on? 123 people, Baruch Hashem.
Rabbi Waxman.
Rabbi Waxman brought him. It's Rabbi Waxman's fault again. By the way, yesterday we had 120, 130 people on Zoom, and we had another 132 people on YouTube Live. So it's like 260 people live. It's unbelievable. I also see, I think I see my Chavrusa's Chavrusa. It's a tremendous chizuk to see him on here. I don't see him. I see that he might be on here. Okay, big chizuk. All Chashav Yidden give me a lot of chizuk. All right. And everybody's Chashav. Zok the Gemara. Tell this Rosh Hashiva that we don't wear masks. This is a one-time thing because the Olam was a little down lately, so we had to be mechazik. He's going to run away. Magachir Meshugana brings a mask to share. So Abaya Nachamal. Abaya says that since he doesn't put his weight on it, typically he could put his weight on it, but that's not what it's designed for. Not Tomei Tumas Medrus. Rava Amar Af Tomei Medrus is not true. Since he once in a while puts his weight on it, it's considered something that's designed for weight bearing, and Memela it's Mekabel Tumas Medrus. Is it Mekabel Tumas Sheretz? Absolutely. Mekabel Tumas Meis? Yes, but not Medrus. Omar Rava, Mino Aminillah, how do I know this? This nan, Agolishal Koton Tmeyo Medrus. You know these, they have them still today. They have these little strollers that are meant to teach kids how to walk. Like a walker, looks like a stroller, a little baby one. Kid holds onto it, and when he's learning to walk, he leans on it a little bit, he pushes it a little bit. You could put him inside it if you want. It's kind of small, kind of tight. Agal shekadon tmeyo medrus. It is mekabel tumas medrus. V'abaya omar. So what do? So you see that it's really meant to play with. It's not so much for weight bearing, but sometimes you do weight bearing on it, sometimes not. It's not 100% weight bearing. And it says mefurish, that's mekabel tumas medrus. Says the Gemara. V'abaya omar hosam somach alavei. The wagon, the stroller, he leans on it. This amputee is not using it. He doesn't put his weight on it. If once, but it's negligible. Over here, the stroller is designed to put your weight on it. How do I know my halacha? The sanya. Makil shel skenim tor miklum.
Ellie, like this one? Ellie, like this?
No,
like this one?
No, not that one. Not that one. That's a real cheer. That's 100% mikabel tuma because the kid is sitting in it. I'm talking about look. There's a Fisher Price one. By the way, it's a very good brand. I remember from 25 years ago. It doesn't flip when your kid puts its weight on it. Typically, the Israeli stuff made in China flips this way. The Fisher Price had a cool design where you could put all your weight on it. The kid could, and for some reason, it doesn't flip backwards. It's 4 wheels and it has like a. You hold on to it and you walk with it. Otherwise known, if you want to go to the other brands, the Chinese stuff, it looks like a stroller, just mini. A tiny stroller for little kids. They can hold on to it and walk with it. Anyway, it's a toy / it holds the weight. Oh, here, he comes with a picture. Here. Fine. Whatever, we get the idea. All right, but I'm going to have to try to print these things out so you don't have to do it. Here, listen to this halacha. An old man, a rebbe, let's say, goes around with a stick with the golden top, the whole thing. What is that? Why is he walking with that? So the halacha is it's not mekabel tumah. It's a pshuti kliyetz. It's a solid piece of wood. It doesn't have a base kibble. But why? Is it supporting him or not supporting him? It's not mekabel tumah. So what's Rava going to do with this? Now, very interesting. We know that pshutei kliyetz are not mekabel tumah. So in other words, a straight piece of wood, not mekabel tumah. What about tumas medrus? Could a plain piece of wood be mekabel tumas medrus? Says Rashi, absolutely. It's a big chiddush in the halachas of tumah. If you look at the last line of Rashi, then the pashudu yetar memedrus. Don't say because it's a simple piece and this stick doesn't have a base kibble. The concept of a simple piece of wood is only in the tumah of touching and the tumah of oil, but not in the tumah of medrus. Okay, you saw it in tumah. Rava hasam l'tarutzi sugi avida. Says Rava, over there the stick, the cane is made to walk straight, to make your steps straight, to straighten up your back so you walk straight, but it's not to put your weight on it, and therefore it's not mekabel tumah. But over here, it is made to carry your weight, and he's samech on it, and therefore it's mekabel tumah. Says the Gemara. Now, going back to, where was it? This guy right over here. These little covers that cover his feet, little shoes for his stump. You could go into the Azara with it. It's not considered a shoe. What are you talking about? How can you go into the Azara if it works for chalitza? It means it's a shoe. You have to actually read it. You cannot go in. It's considered a shoe. Lukat min tahira. Remember that nut that came in with the mask. My lukat min omer bavo chamora da kofa. I'm not sure that this yoni picture is accurate. I mean, last time I said it wasn't accurate. I got 5 emails that it was accurate. So a guy dresses up as a donkey. I think it's more like, I don't know if you've seen, they have these now. It looks like Trump. You're riding on top of Trump. You know what I'm talking about? Like Trump, his head is over here, below it. It looks like you're on top of him. It looks like you're riding another human being, but really it's just it's part of your costume. I think that's more like it. And the point is that you're not riding a donkey. It's fake. So Memela, there's no tumah here. Rava bar Papa Omar Kshirei, stilts. So if it's stilts, what's the problem? Why is it not mekabel tumah? So Rashi over here says that he doesn't really understand why not. Where's this Rashi? The Kashili, all the way on top, 3 lines from the top. Neither Torah mitumas mago. The pshuti kliyetz ninu. You're right that if you touch it, it's not mekabel tumah. Al min medrus lamet tahirim. Why is it not mekabel tumas medrus? Okay, he doesn't understand. And finally, Rava by Ravuna Amar Prome. I like his pshat the most. We're talking about a real mask. Yes, that's it. Thank you. Trump on the guy. Yes, Shkoyach. Should I flip this around? Okay, no. Okay, we don't have time. Says the Mishnah, Bonim yoitzim bikshorim ubnei melachim bezugin. The boys could go out with something called kshorim. We're going to see some sort of plant. Ubnei melachim bezugin, and what do you call them? Prince Harry. The chashuv people. They go out with the bells. V'chaladam. Anybody could go out with bells. Which normal person goes out with bells? Only b'nei melachim. Mike kshorim. What's this kshorim? Omer of Ada. We're going through Agadah now. Says the Gemara, Omer of Ada Mori, Omer of Nachman bar Baruch, Omer of Vashi bar Ravin, Omer of Yehuda. Bottom line is Rav Yehuda said, Kishure Puah, it's a type of plant called in English a madder. Omer Abaya, Omer Li'im. For some reason I lost my barilan, but I'm going to guess that Omer Li'im, Abaya was a Yasam, right? He didn't grow up with a mother. Asher Becha Yerucham Yasam. He grew up by Rabbah. So Rabbah's wife was his mother. And Abaye quotes her, I don't know, 30 times in Shas. I'm going to guess 30 times in Shas. Amr Li'im, Amr li aim, Amr li aim. My mom told me, meaning the woman who brought me up. And when he quotes her, he's not just saying over a Baba Maisa. This is serious stuff. We have to take it with seriousness. Klosa mukme. If you put 3 of these flowers on, it's going to keep the disease as is. Cham shomasu. If you put 5, it gets rid of it. Shiva afilu kshafim mali. And if you have 7, it gets rid of witchcraft. Omer avacha bar Yaakov. Vudaloi chazile shimsha b'siara. You have to make sure that simple pshat would be the flower itself, the matter, never saw the sun or the moon. V'lei chazi mitra didn't see rain. V'loi shmiali kol barzel didn't hear any sound of metal. V'kol tarna goyla and the sound of a chicken. V'kol nigre and footsteps. Nafal pusa bebira. You just took this medicine, this healing device, and you threw it into a pit. How is it possible that a flower doesn't see sun, moon, doesn't hear anything? Impossible. Ma'yiri bonim. And why are we talking about boys? Afilu bonus nami. This should work for girls. Ma'yiri ktanim. Afilu gdolim nami. Even for older people. Elo, Mike Shorim, Kiha, the Omar Avavim, Baravuna, Omar Guria, Ben Sheshli Gagun Alaviv. A son that is homesick. And he's scared, the father's scared he's going to be homesick, he's sending him to camp. He takes the shoelace from the strap from the right shoe, and he puts it on his left hand. Just like you take the tefillin with the right hand and you strap it on your left, you take your own, the father's strap, and you put it on your son's left hand. And by that, he'll remember his father, whatever it is, it's his gula, v'chilufa sakanta. If you remove the left strap and put it on his right hand, it could be dangerous. An amazing Rashi here. Says Rashi, Dirba Masak Gaguin. He can't say goodbye to him like those people in the airport. They can't stay. This is not by girls. A father doesn't love his daughters that much. I don't know, Rabbi Isai. Maybe nishtanu atvoim, nishtanu adoiros. I don't know. You ever heard of Daddy's Girl? I don't know. By me, it's not like that. I don't know about anybody else. Says the Gemara, I can't wait until my sons get out of here. My daughter, ooh. Omar Ovin Baruna, I'm kidding. I hope they're not up now. Omar Ovin Baruna, Omar Av Chama Bar Gurio, Sachufei, Koso. Now we're going through a whole bunch of different ruchni, how do you call them? These are these healers, you know, they do this kind of stuff. Sachufi koso. If you take a hot cup, empty, atibure, and you put it on the navel, b'shapsa, shaperdomi. There's 2 issues here. Shchikas hamanim, you can never do something to heal on Shabbos, and also uvdu dechol. They say it's not a problem because, first of all, you never use this, you never grind anything here, and it's more of a manipulation of the innards more than using the outside cup. And the point of uvdu dechol, that you're doing something that you typically do in the weekday, is not a problem because the person has so much pain, you're allowed to do it if the person is in pain. V'amar Ovin, and Ovin says, Barhuna Omar Chomer Gurio Mutalosach Shemen Umel b'Shabbos. A person is drunk, you take oil and salt, and you rub it on his hands and feet. And that's also not considered healing because being drunk is not a disease. Getting drunk every day and every week or whatever is a disease. Yeah, being an alcoholic maybe, but drinking and getting drunk at one time is not a disease. Kaha, the Ravuna mibei Rav, v'Rav mibei Rabbi Chia, v'Rabbi Chia mibei Rabbi, kavu mibasmi when they get drunk. Ma'isi mishcho milcho v'shayfelu l'gav yasol l'dedayu. They put it on the back of their hands. V'gav yasol l'karayu on the bottom of the feet. V'amri, but you have to say a lachash. You have to say something, and you say k'hechi detzil hamishcho, just like this ointment is thinning out, so too his drunkenness should wear out. How many times do you say it? Now I'm not sure, but later on the Gemara says that if the Gemara doesn't tell you how many times, automatically 41 times. V'iloi, and if you don't have salt, maisi shio dedona, you take some clay from a barrel, v'shari b'mayi, you put in water. V'amar, just like it's thinning out this clay, he should wear out his drunkenness. Incredible. People were nuts. They used to hang themselves, literally choke themselves out. Why? because the vertebrae was misplaced or something, they would hang themselves. And that, I guess they do that also today. If you do it in the right way, you could pick your spine up or whatever, goes into place. Healing, he's in a lot of pain. Vomar, ask, where is he? Rabbi Rubenstein, ask him. He had an issue like that. He was wearing his neck brace for months. To wrap a baby, to straighten out his bones, he came out all crooked. You're allowed to do that on Shabbos, shaper dummy. Again, because it's necessary. Rav Papa Masni Bonim, Rav Papa said 2 halachas about boys. Rav Zvid Masni Ben. Rav Papa Masni Bonim, the 2 halachas. One that he was homesick and one that he had to wrap his bones. Ritavayu Masni Lubavim Barhuna. And they both came from the name of Avim Barhuna. Rav Zvid Masni Ben. Rav Zvid only said the halacha of the homesick boy, you wrap his hand with a strap. Kamaisa Masni Bavim Barhuna. That was said by Avim Barhuna. By Masni Lo Rabbi Bechano, and the second one was Rabbi Bechano, the Rabbi Bechano. La puve yenuka b'shabso shaper dami. This halacha, you let her wrap it, baby. Amar Abaye, Amar Liam. One more time, the mother said something. Komiyane b'shmadi ima. So Rabbi said, this is the yesod of all of Shas, and that's why we daven a mishaberach. So you can remember, when you say a mishaberach for a chayla, you always use the mother's name. Where does it come from? Amar Liam. Shabbos daf samach vavam the base. Why we use the father's name, it's not clear. There's a flaw, but I don't know of a good source for it. Now, why do we say there's an interesting Zohar, that the Zohar says that when you daven, make sure that what you say is 100% right. Because here's the problem. David HaMelech says, V'yisheh ben Amosecha. Who is David HaMelech's father? One of the 4 people that only died because of the Nachash. In other words, his father Yishai was the purest of the pure. So why doesn't David HaMelech mention his father? Ani ben Yishai. Why Amosecha? Why my mother? So the Zohar says on that because David HaMelech wasn't 100% sure that that's his father. You can only be sure that that's your mother. Your mother is 100% certain. When you're talking to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, you have to be 100% sure. He's only 99% sure about his father. Therefore, he didn't mention it. Unbelievable Zohar. Says the Gemara, you should always use your mother's name. And all tying, like you tie the homesick band on the left hand. My mother said, anytime it tells you how many times to say something, you do it. And if it's not mefurish, you say it 41 times. A woman, in order not to miscarry, she would take a stone that had inside another stone, says Rashi, it's like the clapper bell. You could shake it and hear it. That's how the stone was created. I don't know where you find something like that. Let's say this stone weighs 16 ounces, a pound, okay, 16 ounces. You find another stone that weighs exactly the same amount, and then it would have the same effect on a woman. It's not necessary that she already miscarried. You're concerned she will. She's not even pregnant. Like we had in the other sugya. This is a woman that comes from a family of people that have history with miscarriages. So she's concerned. She's allowed to wear this. It has to be the exact same weight. Not 16.1 ounces, but 16.00. What if I took my Evan Tekuma that has a clapper bell inside? I found another stone that's 16 ounces. Now I'm taking a third stone and I want to make 16 ounces. What's the halacha? Teku. I don't know. One more line here. If a person has fever, that it's only 1 day old, take a brand new coin, a white one, go to a place where they dry out the salt, they take water, and it evaporates, and the salt is left there. Whatever that weighs, that coin, and you should tie it, the beitzaver, on his neck, benira barko, with a strand of hair. And if you don't have this, listen to this one. You should sit by a fork in the road. When he sees a nice ant, the dori midi that's carrying something, an ant, A-N-T. Lishkele l'shadi begufta de nechasha. Throw him into a copper tube. V'listame ba'avara, and close up the tube with lead. V'lechatme b'shitin gushpanking, 60 seals. V'levarzulei v'lidrei, he should carry it and shake it up. V'leimelei tunala alai utuna Allah. My disease should go to you, and your disease goes to me. And listen to this, I couldn't believe this. What if somebody else already did this trick on this one ant out of 100 billion ants that are in this neighborhood? And you picked that one up, and now you said, give me your disease, but he already has cancer in him. No, my disease, your disease, you keep. It's late. But okay, and if not, take a brand new vessel made out of earthenware. You should tell the river, Nahara, river. Lend me some water for the disease that I have. You should go like this 7 times, like kaparis. And then throw backwards. Say, river. Take the water back. Because the disease I have, it should disappear. Rabbi Yisrael have a wonderful. Where else do we learn about this gushpanka? You put something in a seal. You remember? Mesechtes brachas. If you want to see shadim, you take the dirt from your feet, you throw it into the pipe. Noam, Tehillim, please.
Shemalois mimamakim chosich Adonai.
Shemalois mimamakim chosich Adonai.
Adonai shema b'kalite nos necha kashuvos l'chotach Adonai.
Adonai shema b'kalite nos necha kashuvos l'chotach Adonai.
Impas lichol leman tvoreh.
Impas lichol leman
tvoreh.
Ziyadina givdon nafshi.
Shilabna mishamon laboker shomem laboker.
Shilabna mishamon laboker. Что? Amen. Shkoyach Reb Noam. Shkoyach Noam. Was hat sich Rabbi Yisai?
You read it wrong on 4 lines up.
Yeah.
When we're talking about Tulach Alai.
What?
You read it wrong. The label is Tulach Alai.
How did I read it? Yeah, your disease is on me and my disease is on you. How did I read it? Okay, I'll read it again. Tu'unach alai u'tunoi aloch. Yoitze. Shkoyach. Reb Lezer Carmel, I miss you. Moshe who?
I've muted people who are making noise, so you can unmute yourself.
Oh, Moshe Apter. Where's your Moshe Apter? Let me see if I can find him.
Eli, amazing seer. The best I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, Yeshua, I have a question for you. Why do we use the mother's name when we say Mishaberach? Quiet. He's quiet. Of course. Moshe Apter. Was hält sich, Moshe? Ich habe sehr lieb gehabt an E-Mail. Hast du das geschrieben allein? Der Moshe, was hält sich? Ja.
This Gemara is why I can't go out with my cane on Shabbos without an error.
No, but yours is more of a tachshit. Yours is a tachshit because it has the, it's a baseball bat, no? Yeah, here you go. And listen, since you can't go out with it in Shabbos and you walk just fine without it, so then it's certainly a raya that you're not using it to put your weight on it. Kitzer.
I've been stuffing flowers without an error in places.
Really? Guys, you see what's going on with Yisrael Goldstein's background? Look at that. Look at that warehouse. It's insane. Hi, Rabbi Yisrael. So he listens to it in his ears, but he watches, he has a screen somewhere else.
If you guys are making noise, I'm going to try and mute people.
I think it's Josh Schreiber talking to his father.
Okay. So everyone unmute themselves. There's a setting where you can unmute yourself. Okay.
All right, I'm going to shut off YouTube now.